Welcome to School of Dapps. On this channel, we transform aspiring developers into skilled blockchain experts across various blockchain and technology. In today's lesson, we are going to be exploring the concept of variables. Local variables, these are variables that stores value inside functions, which means the variable is created and used inside a particular function. When you call a function, the container is created, stores value inside that specific function and can only be used inside that specific function. Once the function finishes its job, the container disappear, which is the variable disappear. It just exists within the lifetime of the function. The type of variable is called state variable. These are variable, in other words, containers that are created outside functions and are stored directly on the blockchain. This means that the any variable declared or created outside the function is a state variable and automatically is stored on the blockchain. This type of variable stick around for the long term, even after your smart contract finish running. State variable are publicly accessed and stored on the blockchain, so you can think of them as important record that everyone can use. Because they are stored on the blockchain, state variables take up space and cost gas to modify or change them. Think of it like renting storage space. You pay a fee to keep something there, right? So that is for state variable. So the difference between a state variable and a uh, a local variable is that state variable is created or declared outside a function and it can be used inside a function, but it is normally declared outside a function. But it's local variable, state variable. These are variable, in other words, containers that are created outside functions and are stored directly on the blockchain. This means that the any variable declared or created outside a function is declared or created within a function. So its lifespan is within that function. The moment the function finish its job, the lifespan of the local variable comes to an end. Now the third one is global variable. These are special containers that are automatically provided by Solidity and they hold information about the blockchain itself. They are not created by you. You don't need to declare or create them. They are already there for you to use. So this type of variable are already there, and you're not the one that is creating them. Instead, you just re- retrieve the information that is stored inside them and make use of it. So think of global variable as a built-in tools that gives you real-time information about blockchain, just like a live news feed. In today's video, we're going to be continuing from the previous one we had. In the previous one, we talked about variable. And in this video, we are talking about the types of variable. And we said in Solidity, there are three types of variable. We have the local variable, we have the state variable, and we have the global variable. Now, in let's start with the local variable. Remember in our definition, we said the local variable are those variables usually defined, created, or declared inside a function. And secondly, it is not stored on the blockchain. So to know a local variable, it means that that variable is created within the function. Now, if you look at this is a function. If you look at it very well, this is a function, and these variables are declared within the function. These variables are declared within the function, meaning they cannot be used outside the function. We only declare them in this function. They cannot be used outside the function. Now, why? If you notice this upper part of it, these are declared outside the function in the contract layers. So this upper one is a state. This one is a state variable. It means that all the variables declared here at the top of it is a state variable. I can decide to use um, this norm, this variable called norm within the function. I can say norm is equal to 200. Now I've changed the okay, let me move this down. Now I have changed the state variable that we had here that was 122, 123 rather. I have now reassigned another value to it over here. So you can see that the state variable can be used inside a function, but it was not created inside that function. Look at where we declared it at first. We declared it outside the function. So that's why we can use it within the function and it's still possible. But if you look at this other one, this is this variable called I. It's created within this function, like we have seen. It will throw an error if I want to use it outside the function, because it is a local variable. So local variable, the lifetime of local variable only takes the lifespan of the function. So when this function runs, it's this local variable is created and used for whatsoever it's assigned for. But at the end of the function, it comes to an end. But if you notice this other state variable, I'm using it inside this function, and at the end of this function, the state variable still exists. This new value that I've given to this norm, at the end of this function, the norm will still be holding the new value 200. Are you seeing it now? So that is the difference between a local variable and a state variable. A state variable is declared outside a function, while in a local variable is declared within a function and can also only be used within that same function. But a state variable is declared outside a function, created outside a function, but can be used anywhere in the smart contract, because the lifespan um, of the state variable is for long term, but the lifespan of the local variable is for the period of time that the function will run. So that is for local and state variable. Now let's quickly look at the global variable. Now you can see this block does timestamp. You can see that that is the global variable. Now I am assigning this global variable. I'm getting the information here and I'm storing it in this local one. Are you getting it? So what I just did was I declared assign the value of this global variable to this local one, because I want to get the information that is inside this global variable. And what information can we get from this global variable? We are getting the current time or date, current time and date from this uh, block dot timestamp. So it's a variable, it's a global variable that holds the current date. So when I use the block dot timestamp variable, what it gives to me, it gives to me the current time, so I can have access to the current time. So the block dot timestamp is like the container holding it. And remember, the variable is not created by me or it's not created by you. It is created by the smart contract. It's a built-in tools. So it's within the Solidity um, language. Like if I want to use, I need a time in my contract, I have to pull the information from this global variable. The same thing goes for this message or sender. This message or sender is a global variable, but this time around it stores the address of the person that is calling the function. It stores the address of the person that is calling the function. So if I say, oh, you notice now we are declaring this type of information we want this container to store. This container we named sender is a variable. The variable we name sender. We are saying it will store the address of the sender, but we got the address of the sender from the global variable. Then we are storing it inside the local variable. Then we'll get to use it when it comes to other when we are dealing with a real life application. We get to use the information. That's it for today's video. Now you know all about the three type of variable in Solidity. If you found this helpful, give us a like and subscribe for more beginner friendly Solidity tutorials. See you in the next video.